Hey everyone, hope you're all well and having a lovely day so far. Welcome to this yoga practice with me, Amy. I will be your teacher for the day. If you haven't met me before, then it's lovely to have you here. And if you're here all the time, then it's lovely to have you back. So this is going to be a spicy shoulders yoga class. That's the theme that I've got running through my head when I was planning it. So there'll be a lot of dolphin, working towards pincha, some forearm planks. We'll definitely be building a lot of spice in the upper body. And if you want to give pincha a try, then this is a really great class to get you prepped for it. If that does sound like something that you're interested in, come and meet me on your mat. And if you do make it to the end of this practice and you enjoyed it, I would love to hear from you in the comments what you thought about it. You can also let me know any requests for future classes, things that you're working on that you want me to include, just anything you feel like saying, I'm here for it. You can also give this video a thumbs up to let me know that you enjoyed it, and it would be lovely if you could subscribe so that we can be on our mats together again very soon. Let's get on into our class. We're meeting today in a puppy pose. So facing the top of the mat, coming onto hands and knees, then walking the hands all the way forwards, sinking the chest down towards the earth. So right to begin with, bringing that space into the upper body. Maybe find some movements through the hips, the chest, the shoulders. Have a little sway, a little stretch, a little wiggle. Really drawing your awareness into those sensations that are present through your upper body. Feeling into them, breathing into them, softening into them. You might either have the forehead on the floor or the chin, whatever feels best. And know that you can rearrange at any time if this shape feels like too much. So we'll be holding it for these first few minutes. Maybe you pay attention to how those sensations in the body shift and change as we hold this shape. So maybe those feelings become more intense. Maybe they become less intense as things open up and the body relaxes. No right or wrong answers. Just using those observations to give your mind something to focus on. Something that holds you in this moment. Connecting to your breath here, so maybe you can hear the breath more clearly than usual. Maybe you feel the warmth of the breath landing on the mat and reflecting back towards you. Maybe you notice that subtle rise and fall of the chest and shoulders with each cycle of breath. Establishing that connection to your breath now so that you can carry it with you and let it guide you through this practice. Final few moments here in stillness before we invite movement in again. Press the palms of the hands together, keep the elbows grounded, then point the fingertips up towards the ceiling, making this little shark fin with the hands. Maybe press the chest down even further to deepen that opening through the triceps, shoulders, chest. Maybe find a little bit of a bounce through the chest. Then release the palms back onto the floor, straight out in front of you. Left arm stays where it is, right arm threads under, finding a twist, softening right ear and shoulder into the mat. Get active through your left hand, so actually press the left hand into the mat to help you spiral your chest a little bit further into the twist. Tuck under your left toes, lift and extend the left leg away from the mat. Lifting it up as high as you can. Again, grounding through that left hand to provide some stability here. Now, can you tap your left toes all the way forwards and out? Imagine like you could tap them towards your right hand. Maybe you actually can. Then sweep the leg back behind you, tap the toes all the way to the back of the mat. A few more like that. Rainbow the leg forwards. Rainbow the leg back. One more time. Bring it forwards. Tap. Bring it back. Keep it hovering back behind you. Slide your left hand so it's just in front of your right elbow. Then can you keep your left leg hovering as you unravel the right arm and reach it forwards, arriving in a one arm, one-legged tabletop. Send some energy through your right fingertips, some energy through your left toes, engage your core, breathe in. Elbow to knee, breathe out. 4 more like that. Inhale, length. Exhale, squeeze. Let's keep it moving for 3. Exhale. Last 2. Find length. Squeeze in. 1 more like this. Inhale, extend. Exhale, bend. Inhale, extend and lengthen and pause. Bend your left knee, squeeze the heel in towards the hips. Reach the right hand to catch hold of the left foot or ankle. Kick that foot up and back behind you. Roll the right shoulder down and back. Send some big expansive breaths into your chest, your shoulders. Now can you let go of the left leg but keep it bent and lifted? Reach your right arm forward once again. Place the right hand down on the mat, tuck under the right toes, lift the right knee to hover an inch above the floor. Tap it back down. 4 more like that. Lift, lower, up, down. Last 2. Last one, lift and keep it lifted. Now step your left toes towards the right hand side of the mat. So finding cow face legs, but in a floating tabletop shape. Inhale, tap the knees to the floor, open through the chest, find a cow pose. Exhale, lift the knees, straighten the legs, press back to a cross leg, downward facing dog. A few more times through that. Inhale, soften the knees, open the heart. Exhale, lift the knees, press it back. 3 more times, expansive inhale. Full exhale. Last 2, breathe in. Breathe out. 1 more time, big breath in. Big breath out. Pause in this cross ankle downward dog. Press the chest back towards the thighs. Find a little bounce, a little pulse. Lower the knees to the floor once again. Now bring the feet as wide as the mat. Sit all the way back between the heels. Find your regular Gomukhasana shape. Inhale, reach the arms up overhead. Find length. Exhale, forward fold down any amount over the legs. Maybe you even bring the forearms to the floor. Holding here for a few deep breaths. Again, can you connect to those physical sensations? Every time that your mind wanders off elsewhere, just gently guiding it back to whatever is alive for you in this moment. Slide yourself back upright. Inhale, reach the arms all the way up. Exhale, side bend over to the right. Bring the right hand onto the floor beside the hips. Reach the left arm up and over. Be really heavy through that left hip. So if it's trying to lift, can you press it down to find even more length through that side of the body? Inhale, reach both arms up. Exhale, take both hands over to the left, then carry on walking them around to the back of the mat, keeping the feet at the edges of the mat and unraveling into a wide-legged forward fold. So feet wide and parallel to the edges of the mat. Have a little sway from side to side, a little pedal through the legs. Keep the left hand down, open the right arm up, find a deep bend through the left knee. Lower it back down through center. Inhale, other side, bend the right knee as you sweep the left arm up. Exhale, lower. One more each way. Inhale, open right. Exhale, release. Inhale, open left. Exhale, lower. This time, inhale, rise all the way up to standing. Reach the arms all the way up overhead. Exhale, lower the hands to heart center. Now let's take a little jump so that we're facing the front of the mat. Landing with bent knees, find a little bit of buoyancy. Then let's jump it all the way back, face the back of the mat. Keep that movement going. Jumping forwards, jumping back. Again, can you move gracefully as possible? So imagine like there's someone in the room below you and you don't want to wake them up. Maybe that is the case. Next time you're facing forward, pause, legs extended and straight. Inhale, reach the arms up, lift, lengthen. Exhale, fold, plant the hands, walk it forwards into a high plank, shoulders over wrist. Inhale, left side plank, reaching the right arm up, rolling onto the edges of the feet. Exhale, down through center. Inhale, open to the other side. Exhale, left hand down. Keep it going. Inhale, right. Exhale, lower. Inhale, left. Exhale, release. Last time, inhale, open to the right and pause. Really press strong through your left hand. Reach the right arm up even higher. Now, can you draw your right knee in towards your chest, squeezing that knee in? Big step forward with the right foot, landing in a twisted lunge. Keep the back knee lifted for now. Big inhale. Stay for the exhale. Gently soften your left knee onto the floor. Find your low reverse twist, so lowering the right hand onto the back leg. Sweeping the left arm up and back by the ear. Dropping the hips down even lower, pushing the heart up even higher. Windmill both hands down off the top of the mat, bringing them to the inside of the right foot. So tucking your right shoulder to the inside of your right knee, reaching the arms as far forward as possible. Have a little wiggle into the hips here. Now keep the arms extended out in front of you. Maybe in one movement you can step your right knee back in line with your left knee and then sink the chest down, arriving once again in your puppy pose. Then let the hips slide all the way back towards the heels. Find your child's pose. A little moment of reset here between sides. An opportunity to check in with the breath. An opportunity to notice those changes that you've brought about in your mind and body since the start of this practice. Arms extended forward if they're not already. As you inhale, round through the spine, chin tucks into the chest, bring the shoulders over the wrists. Exhale, arch through the back, wave the hips back down to the heels. A few more like that. Inhale, ripple and round forwards. Exhale, open the chest, snake it back. Let's do one more time. Big breath in. Big breath out. This time, inhale, wave it forward past a tabletop. Let the hands carry on traveling forward so you find your puppy pose once again. Now for the left arm underneath the right arm, find that twist, hold here for a few deep breaths. Again, active through your right palm, pressing it into the mat. Tuck under the right toes, lift the right knee, straighten the leg, and then lift the foot away from the mat. Find your balance here, hold for a moment. Then can you tap the right toes out to tap the left fingertips? Then sweep the leg back behind you. Keep those rainbows going forwards and back. Forwards, feel into those wobbles and back. Last time, tap it forwards. Send it back, keep it lifted and hovering. Slide your right hand all the way back in front of the left elbow. Unroll the left arm, reach it forward, one arm, one-legged tabletop. Draw the belly button up towards the spine. Lift your left heel, your right heel to the height of the hip, the left hand to the height of the shoulder. Breathe in. Elbow to knee, breathe out. 4 more. Extend and lengthen. Bend and squeeze. Let's keep it going for 3. Bend, last 2. Squeeze in, one more time. Now extend and lengthen and pause. Bend your right knee. Catch the foot or the ankle with your left hand. Find that kick, that lift, that opening, the length. One more big inhale here. One more big exhale. Keep the right leg lifted and bent, but release the grip. Reach your left arm forwards. Place your left hand on the floor. Tuck under the left toes if they're not already. Then 5 times. Lift the knee to hover. Tap it back down. Lift. Lower. Bring it up. Take it down. Last 2. Last one, lift, keep it lifted. Step your right toes off the left-hand side of your mat so the knees are crossed and hovering. Gomukhasana legs. Lower the knees, open the chest. Take a big breath in. Lift the knees, straighten the legs, release a big breath out. 4 more. Inhale, cow face legs and cow face through the upper body. Exhale, wave it back. 3 more times. Inhale. Exhale. Last 2. Expansive breath in. And a complete breath out. 1 more time. Lower the knees, open the heart. Lift the knees, push it back and pause. And then find those little pulses through the chest in your cross-legged down dog. Lower the knees back down to the floor, separate the heels as wide as the mat, then slide it back so you're sat between the heels, Gomukhasana, making any adjustments to get settled and comfortable. Inhale, reach the arms up, lift, lengthen. Exhale, lower the hands down, fold, deepen. Press yourself back upright, reach the arms up, take a big inhale. Side bend to your left as you release your next exhale. Holding here, again grounding the right hip, lengthening the right fingertips. Spiraling your chest open rather than down. Then inhale, reach up through center. Exhale, walk the hands over to the right and then around to the back of the mat, keeping the feet wide, spinning your way into your wide-legged fold. And again, have a little pedal, have a little sway. Now keep your right hand down, bend your right knee, open your left arm up. Exhale, lower through center. Inhale, open to the other side. Exhale, lower. One more each way. Inhale, open left. Exhale, release. Inhale, open right. Exhale, lower. Inhale, rise and reach all the way up to stand, facing the back of the mat. Exhale, hands to heart center. Then once again, let's take those little jumps. Face the top of the mat, landing quietly. Jump, face the back of the mat. Landing with bent knees. Next time you're facing forward, let's pause there, straighten the legs. Inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, fold, plant the hands, walk it forwards into your high plank, shoulders over wrists. Inhale, open the left arm up, Vashisthasana. Exhale, place it down. Inhale, reach and extend through the right arm. Exhale, lower, keep it going. Inhale, lift the left. Exhale, place it down. Inhale, lift the right. Exhale, lower. Last time, inhale, lift the left. Pause, engaging the obliques to lift the hips up even higher. Draw your left knee into your chest, squeeze it in. Step it all the way to the top of the mat. Find your low twist. Stacking the shoulders, spiraling the chest open. Gently deliver your right knee to the floor, then find the reverse. Left hand sweeps back onto the right calf or heel, wherever it reaches. Right arm is reaching and lengthening by the ear. Then windmill the arms as far forward off the top of the mat as you can, tucking the left shoulder inside the left knee. Let the hips drop down low, have a little sway from side to side. Then again, maybe in one movement, you can step the left knee back next to the right, harder than it looks with the hands forward, and then sink the chest back down into your puppy pose. Then let the hips carry on travelling back towards the heels. Another little moment of reset, a moment to observe, to integrate, to appreciate all those changes that you've cultivated so far in this class. Now arms are extended forward, if not there yet. This time, can you keep your heels squeezing in towards your glutes as you wave it forward past a tabletop towards a high cobra shape with the heels squeezing into the glutes? Then wave it back into your child's pose. Inhale, ripple forward, hips low, heart high, chest open. Exhale, snake it back. Let's do one more time forward and pause when we get there. Stay here, or can you lift your right knee away from the mat? Tap it back down. Lift your left knee as high as you can. Place it down. A few more each way. Lift right, lower, lift left, lower. Last time right, lift and keep it lifted. Find some little pulses for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Place it down. Lift the left and pulse for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Place it down. Wave it back into a tabletop. Tuck under the toes. Lift the knees, hips high. Downward facing dog. First regular downward dog of the practice, so have a moment to yourself to enjoy it. Have a little pedal, a little shimmy, a little sway from side to side. Then if you're moving, just find your way back to stillness. Inhale, sweep your right leg high, find a three-legged dog and pause here. Can you spin your left toes so that you're pointing your left foot out at a 45-degree angle so that you can ground the sole of the left foot onto the floor? Now see if you can lift your left hand to hover away from the mat. Inhale here. Exhale, pull the right knee into the chest, and can you tap your right knee with your left hand? Inhale, reach the fingertips forward, send the leg back. Exhale, squeeze and tap. 3 more times. Inhale. Exhale. Last 2. Big breath in. Big breath out. 1 more. Lengthen. Squeeze in. Can you keep your hand on your knee? Spiral into a Vinyasa, grounding through the right hand and the inside edge of the left foot. Pulling the right knee up and in towards the chest. Stay here or slide your left hand to the outside of your right foot. Kick and extend the right leg out to the side, or maybe point the toes up towards the ceiling. Can you let go of the right leg and keep it lifted? Reach the left arm forwards. Cross your right ankle over the top of your left knee. Find a figure 4 shape through the legs. Bend into your left knee, push the hips back to hover just in front of your left heel. Keep the figure 4 shape through the legs, but inhale, straighten the left leg. Exhale, bend. 3 more like that. Inhale, extend. Exhale, bend and press it back. 1 more, inhale. Exhale. Inhale, extend the left leg, keep the figure 4 shape. Lower your left hand down to the mat, square the shoulders so you're just in a figure 4 high plank. Now roll onto the outside edge of the left foot, lift your right arm up, finding a figure 4 side plank on the other side. Draw your right knee up and in towards your chest. Step the right toes back behind you, finding a wild thing. Push the hips and the heart even higher up towards the ceiling. Big inhale. Stay for the exhale. Last breath, maybe play around with hovering your right foot away from the floor. Now, if it's not hovering already, let's all try and lift our right foot. Step your right foot to the top of the mat. As soon as it lands, lift your left leg so you arrive in a revolved half moon. Left hand grounded, or maybe the left hand is hovering for even more of a challenge. Stay here or bend into your left knee and catch the left foot with the right hand. Revolved sugarcane, Parivrita, Adha, Chandrasana, Chapasana. Bit of a mouthful there. Let's come up into revolved dancer. Right hand is on the left foot. Kick that leg up and back behind you. Can you keep hold of the foot and lower all the way back down into revolved sugarcane? Release the grip on the foot, extend the leg back behind you. Revolved half moon once again. Keep the upper body twisted to the right. Take a big step back with your left toes, finding a revolved crescent lunge. Arms parallel to the floor. Send some energy through your fingertips. Inhale, reverse. Right hand onto the back leg. Left arm by the ear. Stay for the exhale. 1 more big breath in. Windmill the hands all the way off the top of the mat as you breathe out. So again, tucking the right shoulder to the inside of the right knee. Letting the hips drop down low. Maybe have a little sway from side to side. Walk the hands even 1 hand step further forwards. Now, keeping the hands forward, can you step right foot to meet left foot, finding a hollow plank shape? So instead of the shoulders being over the wrists, we've got the hands as far forwards towards the top of the mat as possible, but try and keep your hips level with your shoulders. So not letting them lift up, not letting them sag down. Find that perfect middle ground. Then either both elbows at once or one at a time, lower them to the floor, low plank, lift them up. Lower, lift, lower, lift. Let's do 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lower them down, keep them on the mat, forearm plank. Lift your right toes to hover. Place them down. Lift your left toes to hover. Place them down. Lift right. Lower. Lift left. Lower. Lift right and pause. Pulse the leg for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Place it down. Lift left. Pulse for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Then roll the hips down to the floor. Untuck the toes. Find your Sphinx pose. A little moment of rest here, but still stay engaged and active. Pressing the forearms into the mat. Shoulders down and back, chest up and forwards. Pressing the hips into the floor, engaging the legs so much that the knees maybe hover away from the earth. Now let's tuck under the toes. Inhale here. Exhale, lift the hips, lift the knees, forearm plank. Inhale, lower the legs, open the chest. Exhale, press and lift. 3 more times. Big inhale. Big exhale. Last 2. Breathe in. Breathe out. 1 more time. Big inhale. Big exhale, forearm plank and pause. Walk the feet in as far as you can. Find dolphin, keeping forearms grounded. Then walk the feet back into your forearm plank. A few more like that. Tiptoe the feet in, lift the hips as high as you can. Then step the feet back. Let's just do 1 more time into dolphin and then pause. Maybe walk the feet in a single centimetre further. Then either both at once or one at a time. Lift the elbows so you land in your downward facing dog. Maybe step the feet a little bit further back if needed. Catch up with your breath here. Feel into those sensations that you've just cultivated in your body. The depth that you've brought into your breath. Then ready for the second side. Let's inhale, sweep the left leg high, and again, can you angle your right foot out at roughly a 45-degree angle so that it's grounded and stable. Lift your right hand to hover, breathe in. Knee to chest, hand to knee, breathe out. 4 more, inhale, lengthen. Exhale, tap. Let's do 3. Squeeze in, last 2, knee to chest, 1 more time. Catch the knee. Can you keep the hand on the knee as you find a side plank? So left hand grounded, you're on the inside edge of your right foot, pulling the left knee in towards your chest. Maybe the hand slides to catch the outside edge of the left foot, and you extend the leg maybe out to the side. Maybe point it up to the ceiling. Can you let go of the leg, keep it lifted, reach the right arm forward. Cross left ankle over right knee, figure 4 shape through the legs. Bend into the right knee, push the hips down and back in the direction of the right heel. Inhale, straighten the right leg. Exhale, bend and press. 3 more, breathe in, breathe out. Last 2. Press it back one more time. Straighten the right leg, keep it extended, keep the figure 4 legs. Lower your right hand down so you're in a figure 4 high plank. Then let's take it to the other side, roll onto the outside edge of the right foot. Lift your left hand, Vinyasa on the other side. Pull the left knee into the chest without using the hand. Step the toes back behind you, find your wild thing, really press strong with your right hand. Now can you lift your left foot to hover for this final breath? Now let's all take a big step forward with our left foot all the way to the top of the mat. As soon as the left foot lands, lift the right leg, Parivrita Ardha Chandrasana. Maybe lift your right hand to hover as well. Spiral your chest to the side, lift your right leg a little higher. Maybe bend the right knee, catch the foot, revolved sugarcane. Then let's come up to stand, keeping hold of the right foot if you had it. Revolved dancer, kick that right leg up and back behind you. Keep hold of the right foot as you lower back down towards your revolved half moon with the bound foot, maybe. Let go of the right foot, keep it lifted, extend it back, sweep your left fingertips high. Big step back with the right toes, landing in your revolved crescent lunge. Right arm forward, left arm back. Big inhale. Stay for the exhale. Inhale, reverse your warrior. Sink in and hold, release your breath out. Here for one more big breath in. As you breathe out, windmill the hands off the top of the mat, tucking left shoulder inside left knee. Have a little sway, breathe into whatever you're feeling in the hips. Maybe walk the hands one hand step further forwards. Then step your left toes all the way to the back of the mat, finding this hollow plank shape once again. Now from here, can you lift your right toes to hover? Step them down. Lift your left toes, back down. Lift right, lower, lift left, lower. Lift right and pulse for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Step it down, lift left and pulse for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Step it down. Let's do some of those tricep push-ups once again. Elbows down, up, down, up. Keep it going. Knees can lower to the mat if needed. Next time the elbows are down, pause in your forearm plank. Once again, lift the right leg, lower, left, lower, right, left. Right and pulse for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Left for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Roll it down, find your Sphinx. Stack shoulders over elbows, catch up with your breath. Now this time, see if you can keep the tops of the feet flat on the floor. So rather than tucking under the toes, feet are flat. Inhale here. Exhale, ground through the tops of the feet. Lift the hips, lift the knees. Forearm plank variation. Inhale, roll the legs down. Exhale, lift them up. Let's do 3. Last 2. One more time. Lift and hold. Super challenging. Can you lift your right foot to hover? Tap it back down, lift left, lower, right, left, right, lift and pulse, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, left, pulse, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Stay in your forearm plank, but come onto your tiptoes. Walk the feet in, dolphin. Walk them back out, forearm plank. Back in, dolphin. Back out, forearm plank. Last time, walk them in to dolphin. Maybe this is the furthest they come in yet as you hold here for one more moment. Then maybe both at a time, lift the elbows, downward dog, lengthen your stance if needed. Let's soften the knees, find a child's pose just for a few breaths. Little reset moment here. Now lift the head away from the hands if it was on them. Hands forward if they weren't already. Ripple forward past a tabletop, come all the way down onto your belly. Stack the hands, rest the forehead down on the hands. Can you keep the head in contact with the hands as you lift the upper body away from the mat? Lower back down. 4 more. Lift, lower, up and down. Last 2. Last one. Lift and pause and hold. Maybe lift a teeny tiny little bit higher. Breathe in. Release all the way down. Breathe out. Then either stick with that once again, or this time we'll lift the upper body and we'll lift the legs as well. So inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. 4 more. Breathe in. Breathe out. Keep it going for 3. For 2. For 1. Lift and pause. Stay lifted. Bend the knees, squeeze the heels into the hips. Sweep the hands back to catch hold of the ankles. Kick and lift. Find your bow pose. Keep the knees in line with the hips. Now can you keep everything lifted but let go of the legs? Keep them bent. Fingertips are just hovering beside the legs. Give me 5 little pulses with the right leg. 5 little pulses with the left leg. 5 little pulses with both legs. Then release the legs. Stack the hands once again. Rest your head down. Give the hips a little wiggle. Catch up with your breath. Lift the head away from the hands. Slide the hands back into Sphinx pose. Tuck under the toes. Lift the knees, forearm plank. Walk the feet back in. Find your dolphin pose once again. Can you sweep your right leg all the way up to the sky? Big inhale. Lower it down. Big exhale. To the left. Sweep it up. Lower back down. A few more times. Lift right. Lower. Left. Lower. Last time, lift the right and pause. Stay here, or maybe play around with taking a few little kicks off that left foot, just hopping up and down for 5. And then eventually maybe you hop up into your forearm stand, maybe keeping the legs staggered, maybe bending the knees, finding stag legs, maybe splitting the legs, maybe sweeping the legs up. Eventually we'll meet back in a dolphin. Soften the knees to the floor, take a little break in child's pose in between sides, giving the shoulders a little break, much needed. Then plant the forearms back on the floor, tuck under the toes, lift the knees. Once again, find your dolphin. This time we start with the left leg, lift, lower, lift right, lower. Keep it going a few more times. Then the next time the left leg is lifted, keep it lifted. Try 5 little jump, jump, jump off your right foot. Then maybe once you've done your 5, you eventually lift and hold with the legs staggered, maybe lifting them all the way up, maybe bending the knees. Even if this side feels more challenging than the other side, just give it a try, or maybe it feels easier on this side, you never know. Eventually find your way back down into child's pose, have a little rest. Let's extend the arms forward if they weren't already. Find a little stretch through the shoulders, thread the right arm under the left. Soften the right ear and shoulder onto the floor. Softening the weight of the upper body into that right arm to deepen the stretch. Maybe wrap your left arm behind your back towards your right hip, right thigh, finding a bind. Letting the breath start to slow down here. Keeping this bind behind the back, start to slide yourself to sit on the heels, place the right hand on the left knee, maybe look over your left shoulder, twist. Then unravel, reset through center, extend both arms forwards, then straight to the second side, left arm under right, soften, relax, release. Wrap your right arm behind your back towards left hip, left thigh. Roll your way up to sit on the heels, place the left hand on the right knee. Look over the shoulder, spin your way into your twist. Then unravel, face forward, slide the hands forward, roll all the way onto your belly once again. Extend your right arm straight out to the right hand side, so it's at a 3 o'clock position. Bend your left knee, roll up and over towards your right arm. Finding a big shoulder stretch. Maybe the knee opens up as well as you go to bring some stretch into the hips. You can play around with the location of that right arm, maybe moving it further up or down, maybe bending the elbow, whatever feels best. And can you use a slow, steady breath to keep your mind present here as we hold? So what's happening in our bodies and our minds often reflect one another. So if there is mental resistance to this shape, that might be mirrored by physical resistance in the body. So can you let go of any mental resistance and just surrender yourself to whatever is going on for you in this moment? Now keep your left knee bent as you start to roll back onto your stomach, finding a half frog shape. So the left knee is bent at a 90-degree angle in line with that hip. Come onto your forearms, finding Sphinx through the upper body. Maybe you take it further by lifting the elbows and finding seal pose through the upper body, only if it feels okay on the lower back. Now, wherever you're at, let's all thread our right hand underneath our left arm, so the right hand meets your left knee. Then roll up and over onto your back, finding a supine twist. Drawing the shoulders towards the floor, sending big expansive breaths into your left side. Then unravel, reset through center, roll all the way onto your belly. I'm just going to switch sides so that I can still move even with the wall next to me. So this time, open your left arm straight out to the left-hand side, bend your right knee. The left arm is at about 9 o'clock. Bend up and over towards that left arm, making any adjustments that you need as we hold this shape for a few deep breaths. Now keep your right knee bent, roll into your half frog shape, slide the arms into a Sphinx pose. I could definitely hear my belly rumbling while I was in that shoulder opener, so if you could hear that, my apologies. Stay here or press the hands into the floor, lift the elbows, open the chest. Then thread your left arm, don't know what I was trying to say there, thread your left arm towards your right knee, roll over, find this twist. It's the end of the class, I'm clearly losing my words, but I'm not going to edit that out, so you all know I'm a human and I say and do silly things all the time too. Unravel, reset, roll back onto your stomach, slide your hands by your ribs, just press yourself up to seated on your heels, and then straight away sit off to one side, swing the legs around in front of you, maybe take a little shuffle further towards the front of the mat if needed. Extend your arms straight out in front of you, roll the shoulders down and back. Keep that space across the chest, keep the soles of the feet planted on the floor as you start to roll down in slow motion towards your mat. When you get a few inches above the floor, pause and hover and hold. Bring it all the way back up. Let's do that a few more times. Lower down. Hover, engage the core, draw the belly button down and back. Come all the way back up. Last time, lower down, pause, hover, hold. Maybe lift and extend the legs straight out in front of you. Here for one more big breath in. And one more big breath out. Then release all the way down onto the back. Catch the knees into the chest. Give them one last little squeeze, one last little rock from side to side. Then release into your version of Savasana. So whatever shape it is, down on your back, picking a shape that feels comfortable, relaxing and safe so you can spend these final few moments in stillness. If you're tempted to end the class now, just gently encourage you to hang around for just a few more breaths so that before you go into the rest of your day, your mind, body and breath have the opportunity to reset, to find balance, equilibrium, peace, a little bit of softness that you can carry away with you when you leave your mat. If your mind has drifted away elsewhere, just start to encourage it back into this moment. Finding something for your mind to hold on to, maybe the movement of the breath in and out of the body, maybe physical sensations, both within and on your body. So the air on your skin, the mat beneath you, the feeling of your clothing. Taking some big inhales to bring some energy, vitality back into your body. Inviting movement back in, maybe starting off small and slow and then letting that movement ripple throughout your body. Taking as much time as needed. Maybe the eyes can stay closed or soft for these final few moments as you make your way back to a comfortable seat, whichever way feels best to get there. Let's finish our practice together with 3 releasing breaths. Inhale through the nose, reach the arms all the way up overhead. Sigh out through the mouth, press the air away in front of you, lower the hands down. 2 more big expansive inhale and a full complete exhale. 1 more, biggest breath you've taken all day. Breathe in, breathe in, breathe in, breathe in, breathe in. Let it all go. Let the hands rest down on the knees to ground in the effects of your practice. For the rest of your day, I hope that you think peaceful thoughts, I hope you speak peaceful words, and I hope you feel peace in your heart. Thank you all so much, whether it was your first class or your 50th class with me. So happy to have you here. And like I said at the start, I would love so much to hear from you in the comments what you thought. So nice to connect with you all and just hear what you thought and hear any requests for future classes. A thumbs up is always appreciated, so I know that you liked this class, and a subscribe would be amazing so that we can be on our mats together again soon. But more important than any of that is to stay happy, healthy and well, and have a great day.